Morning to everyone, and welcome to our webinar. We are actually here today at Copenhagen. We are here with Jacob, my colleague from Projectum, with whom we are presenting you this webinar. We are so glad that you were able to join us today. We have lots of exciting stuff to show you and discuss with you. But first, we will be first going through a little bit of presentation, and then we are doing also live demo for about 30 minutes. We will also have a little bit of time in the end for questions if you have any. But without longer ado, my name is Juha-Pekka Pylvä. I'm a senior project manager at Innovafactor. Have been working all my life with different type of projects, portfolio management, and also as director for projects and portfolios.
My name is Jacob, working with Projectum, based in Copenhagen office right now together with Juha. So welcome on board. I think my role today will be to dance and sing and do some demos in this webinar. Thank you.
Yeah. So we are like I said, we are here at the Projectum's head office. I'm here to actually hear about all the great new stuff what Projectum is doing. We are Projectum's Gold partner and also Microsoft's solution partner in several different areas. Topics for today, we are talking about, of course, about anything portfolio management, what it means. We want to talk about how AI can make your lives as a portfolio manager, ESG, or risk management professional, how it can make your life easier. We want to show you what AI can actually do for you already today and how you can take the benefit out of it in your daily work. A little bit about Innovafactor. We are about 500 people working across all the Nordics, especially, of course, when it comes to anything portfolio management and project management in Finland, Sweden, and Norway. We have lots of customers on different areas. I come from business solutions where we are focusing mostly on CRM business, different type of business solutions like ERP and of course xPM. But then, what is xPM? What we are here to talk about today? Anything portfolio management. So traditionally, some people might think that portfolio management is only about projects, that you can only manage projects in portfolios. But nowadays, it's not true anymore. You can manage anything, and you should think about managing anything in portfolios. It can be risks, ESG stuff, or your strategy, marketing, M&A, whatever. That's why we call xPM anything portfolio management. So it doesn't matter what you want to manage in the managing your portfolios. It can be products as well. It can be also it can be also ideas, features. What you normally would manage maybe in agile tools like Jira or DevOps. xPM is a product management suite where you can actually manage with different type of tools your resources, anything from time tracking, portfolio simulation, and like I said, like all strategy, governance, etc. Here you can see some of the disciplines that we already mentioned. And down here you can see different types of tools that you have at your disposal. Where in the tool you can find roadmaps, risks, different type of task management and financial management. Here, at this stage, I would like to show it to you, Jacob, and you can show look and feel about from the product itself.
Thank you. Well, let me just share my screen. Could you make me presenter?
Yeah. Give me a check.
I used to say what can go wrong in a live demo.
Yeah.
At least we could start with getting the technique right here. So
Here we go.
I'm not able to share. Now I think I managed to.
I can see your screen.
So we are live with my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So let's look at Projectum xPM and look at the tool and what we can do with the tool. Well, first of all, as you also mentioned, that anything portfolio management is much more than just a project. And when we meet customers nowadays, and I talk with an IT department, very often in the IT department, they talk about projects, they talk about epics, they talk about I'm a product owner rather than a project manager. And that means that in Projectum xPM, if I was in the IT department, I would be able to look at products and have a product library where I can create digital products. In this case today, I am the product owner of Projectum xPM, meaning that looking at Projectum xPM as a product and not a project. I'm not talking about project milestones, deliverables. In the digital software development focus, I will rather talk about epics and features. So as a product manager, I will be able to look at the roadmap for my product. And the product in this case, that will be my xPM product. And with my product, I have a lot of epics going on, as you see in the Gantt chart. And under each of the epics, I will have features. And very often we also look at agile tools like Atlassian Jira. We look at Microsoft DevOps as tools, and they are very often connected to this Projectum xPM, meaning that if I'm in the IT department as a product manager looking for prioritizing my epic, I will be able to work with my epics for my product in an epic Kanban board, creating new epics, drag and drop them, and when I drop them into the backlog, they will be synchronized with Jira. They will be synchronized with Azure DevOps, if that is your preferred agile tool for execution. And the features and the user stories and the tasks that you create in Jira or DevOps, they will be synchronized back into Projectum xPM, giving me the full transparency of the features. So these features in this list is actually received from Jira or from Microsoft DevOps. And that will make it very visual in my overview for my product, that what is going on for my product, what kind of work did we prioritize, and work equals epics. And if the agile team is executing in Jira or in DevOps, we will be able to see the features that they create in that tool synchronized back into Projectum xPM. So this is just one example of anything portfolio management where it's not just a project anymore, it's actually an agile methodology. Very often IT department, software department talking about manufacturing. Manufacturing can be hardware and software, and very often we don't see any hardware products without software anymore, right? So very often in manufacturing, we will have both hardware and software around.
Exactly.
And the software piece here, that is exactly what we're looking at here, how I can manage the software with agile tools.
Yeah.
Then I could make another example. I will go to the front page of Projectum xPM. On the front page of Projectum xPM, I'm highlighted that Jacob, you are logged in with your Office 365 account. We are here as Microsoft partners, so of course everyone out there also have some kind of Office 365, PowerPoint, Word, Excel, but definitely also Outlook. And the great thing here about being integrated into Office 365 is that when we onboard a new employee, in this case Jacob, and it's Tuesday morning, I'm getting my flower at the desk, welcome, the system will synchronize and I will have access to the project that I should have access to. So based on my user profile and based on the onboarding and Active Directory synchronization, it will notify on the front page, Jacob, you are the project manager for 11 projects. You have 4 portfolios that you operate in. You might be responsible for 1 million euro of a budget, maybe some benefit, or maybe even some tracking KPIs like ROI, net present value. So this is my responsibility, and I can only see the data that I'm allowed to see. So if you are working in the manufacturing department, I was in the IT department. We use the same tool, but we don't need to see the same data. Maybe I'm not allowed to see the merger acquisition portfolio that you are responsible for, but I might be able to see other portfolios. So right from the front page, AI can also support us, because you were mentioning AI, and talking about AI for a second, there are 2 flavors of AI. There are AI with Copilot, so Microsoft Copilot AI, and we also have Microsoft Power Platform AI. And seen from a Microsoft perspective, this is different. It's different license model, different capabilities. I would used to say that if you look at ChatGPT, that everyone knows, then Copilot comes so close to ChatGPT. I would maybe even argue it is ChatGPT, because it is Microsoft. They purchased 50% of ChatGPT. When we hear about OpenAI ChatGPT 5.0, then it's actually what's inside Copilot.
Yeah.
So if you believe that ChatGPT is worth for you, for your company to work with, then you should think in the Microsoft ecosystem about Copilot, because it's the same stuff. But we trained the Copilot to understand the world of xPM, so that it actually knows projects, it knows portfolios, it knows strategy. So if I will use Copilot, on the click, I can have my Copilot assistant to the very right, and I can use it in various use cases. I'm going to show you some use cases later on. Then the other flavor of AI is Power Platform AI. That's not. It's more transaction-based AI that we put into an application, where ChatGPT or the Copilot is more like a chat experience, where I chat, I get some answers, I will put some new questions, I'll get some answers, maybe it helps me create some data. Where the Power Platform AI capabilities, it's built into the app. So on the front page, I have 11 projects. Out of those 11 projects, many of them are gray, meaning that I did not report on them. So as a project manager responsible for 11 projects, I need to report on those. So if I have the Catalyst app project, if I click here, we see an example of AI in the Power Platform. Based on a prompt that we put in behind the scenes, it will just evaluate my project, and it will highlight for me as a project manager, hey, Jacob, you did not do your job, you did not report on it, it's gray, have not set the status. So if I want to set the status, I'll just click directly on the front page, I will be directed to my project, and now I can maintain my data, so that hopefully the PMO will be happy at the end of the day, because I maintained my data and I reported my stuff. So I can go into the KPI status reporting, and now I can create a new status report. And when I set a new status report, I will have all the stuff that is available. It will already now snapshot the money that I have spent, the progress from my schedule, or I could put in comments and I could set the red, green, yellow KPI bars. So just from the front page, AI will actually support me on helping me, where should my focus be? This is the red project that I own. I also have a green project here. That's build a wine cellar. It's always green because I fill up with bottles. So a smaller AI use case that will help the user right from the front page to have a focus. Let me bring another example, because when we talk about xPM, we talk about anything portfolio management. You told that any company in the world might have a strategy.
Yeah.
Also meaning that in xPM, I can actually add my strategy to the tool. So in my menu, I can look at the strategy area. I can look at strategic objectives. we decided in Projectum that strategy for us is objectives and key results. So we need to lean on some kind of methodology. So we took the objectives and key results, or the OKR framework. You can Google it, you can YouTube it, and then you will be like experts in one day about OKR. And we took that framework and implemented out of the box into Projectum xPM, meaning I can put in my company strategy. And now strategy might be many different things. As you see to the left, I have here the insane growth in Benelux area. I have sustainable future in EU. I could have strategy related to my product.
Yeah.
I could have strategy related to my IT department, to my company, earn more money. So strategy is not just like 3 sentences. It's objectives and key result. So for the purpose of today, I created already the best product strategy in the world. And right now we see that we are realizing our strategy 37%. We are on track, and Jacob is very busy, sits there, and he is in charge of this strategy area. With one click, I will highlight the strategy area, the objective, and as we read here, develop new products to enhance customer engagement and increase earning with 20%. So if this is the ambition for my strategy, then I will have a start date, I will have an end date. So over the next 1-2 years, I will realize my strategy. But realizing a strategy is all about doing some work in a company somewhere, because just having a PowerPoint will not make it. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So we need to measure if our strategy is progressing. And the way we can do it is that we can link and create what we call key results. So to have the best products in the world strategy, I want to increase the customer engagement with 25%. I want to drive 2.5 million revenue. And I want to launch 2 new financial products. So if I was right now a financial institute, I was in banking or pension, then maybe this would be to create 2 financial products.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I see I can measure differently. Percentages, I can numerical. I also can evaluate if they're on track. I have my baseline and target. So let us just go into one of them. Let's look at one of the key results that have the purpose of increasing the customer engagement. So imagine that we have an app. We want to have better products. So if we have more users engaging with our app, hopefully they will be more happy at end of day and contribute to our strategy. So I put up, I want to measure the percentages. I have a baseline, I have a target, I have a start and end date where I'm going to measure it. And right now we can also identify that we are actually right now realizing 48% of this. There are measurements down here. I could switch the view, track it metrically. So in August, we have no progress. In September, we have 12 in progress. So over time, I will see more and more value come. But I need some work to be done to realize my strategy. That's where it would be possible to link in projects to the strategy. Because this new product support department, if I create a new product support department in my organization as an initiative, that will definitely help for having better customer engagement, because I can support customers better. So our management team, they came up with create a new support department. We're going to link this into our strategy. And as I only have one project here, I could start drill this down and say, okay, this project is right now in business case, so we're not really executing yet. I could look at health. The project manager did not set the KPI, so I have no signal if it's good or bad. If I look at budget and actuals, I can see that we assigned 250,000 euro for this support department, and we can see they're actually already spending 141,000. These information are coming from the project manager, from the business case that is built around the new support department. In other words, is I want to have an overview. I could look at the roadmap. So this is the roadmap now for the customer engagement and the new product support. And I can also see that there are slightly progress here. If I click back to my objective, where we have 3 key results, it's also possible to see a roadmap. So this roadmap will show me the transparency around the entire strategy. We just talked about having 25 increased customer engagement. There's a program. In this program, there's an epic So back to anything portfolio management. When we create work in a company, sometimes it's an epic in IT department where the product owner is working with Jira, etc. So what we are looking at right now is actually the agile work as a product manager is rolling up to our strategy, because a part of the strategy is to do some digital stuff. In this case, a mobile first upgrade version. If I launch 2 new financial products, these are digital products. So they will be a credit solution version 1, a version 2. I can see the timing, and I can see that there are no features underneath, meaning it's not started yet, because from the Agile tool, I did not receive any features, user stories, any work yet. Or here in the example of driving a 2.5 million revenue with a key result, I can see the new digital invoice platform, a project, and I can see the timing, and I can actually also see that there is some kind of progress. Just by one click of the project directly from the strategy, I'm directed all the way to that one project supporting my strategy. So I have a clear line of sight, I have a clear transparency of what project supports my strategy. Right now, we are looking at the front page of this new digital invoice platform project. As the name indicate, we are about to create a new ERP invoicing system for our company. I have a stage gate model. First of all, when we invent the idea about having a new ERP system, it will be in the initiate stage. Then we can move it on to a business case stage where management will evaluate it. At some point, management will make an approval, and I can go into execution for this project. And then hopefully with every project, we need to close it at some point in time. And the point in time will be to the expected finish of mid-2026. I also see some scoring mechanisms where I can tell, okay, this business case, how good does it actually support my strategy, the change impact risk profile? If you're looking right now as a potential customer for xPM and say, hey, I need some drop downs with a business unit department, or I need a new drawbar where I can rate value versus something else. Of course, this is Power Platform, this is Microsoft. We can reconfigure that. I used to say the hell out of it. We don't want to do it, but it's technically possible. But it's possible to adjust the stage gate model for you up here so that it will reflect your stage gate model. So if you are in manufacturing, you might have a different stage gate model for manufacturing and product development, rather than if you ask the IT department, they will probably have another stage gate model. So for every department in your company, we can work with different templates. In my configuration, I made it simple. I have a small template and a large template. If I use a small template, I can work with timeline, financial stuff, KPI reporting, document, resource plans. If I will switch to a large template, I will add complexity to my project, but a large project might also be complex. Yesterday, I had a meeting with an energy company. They are doing solar panel farms. They're also doing onshore wind and offshore wind.
Yeah.
In our discussion, we came up that we need 3 different templates. One for solar, one for onshore, one for offshore wind, because those projects are so different.
And isn't it so that you can actually like choose also the task management? If you are in product development, you can have different task management. You don't have to have it in the tool.
Exactly. And that's the great thing about the templates. So as a listener right now for this webinar with xPM, what you should think right now is, okay, I'm in IT department, I need a template for IT, or I'm in manufacturing, or I'm in a product development, I'm in the strategy office, I'm in HR.
Yeah.
HR is probably very simple. They don't want to manage risks in HR.
Yeah.
That's way too complex. They just want like a start and end date and maybe like a high level plan and a Kanban board for dragging, dropping, updating task, right? So for this more large and complex template, we add a timeline, financial risk, stakeholder, KPI, change log, lessons learned for the project manager, dependencies to other project, document management, dashboarding, resource plan. And I could continue. You just showed a slide with all the small features, right?
Yeah.
These features is what you can put in on this line, depending on the complexity. So what we see here is that the project has a front page with master data. It actually also created a Microsoft Teams. So when we created the project, we ask xPM to create a Microsoft Teams for document collaboration, meaning it can kick in a SharePoint site, a SharePoint structure. It can kick in a Microsoft Team with channels. That will then serve us when we have the document features that I can, with one click, go to the document repository for document sharing for this one project. It has been created based on template. So the IT template will create a document structure with IT documents. That could be a folder for the project management team. And there will be a phase 3 document folder where there are some documents that the project manager needs to take care of in phase 3 of the IT project. If I had chosen a manufacturing template, maybe there were some quality inspection check sheets, maybe there were whatever kind of documents for documentation purposes, for quality assurance that will be uploaded.
For health and safety and so on.
Exactly. So again, back to the template. Every time I have a template, I can also choose the repository where we work with documents. And of course, if I am assigned to a project, I should also have access to the Microsoft team, right? And we can manage that with, again, we are in Office 365, we have Microsoft Teams, we Active Directory. So we can make sure that people only see what they should.
What about the AI features that are what we want to talk about today? So with everything, of course, when it comes to, like Jacob said in the beginning of his demo, that everything what is on Microsoft, we can always incorporate Copilot somehow.
Yeah. Right right now we are looking at the timeline, right? This is a classic Gantt chart timeline for a project, and then you might say, where is the AI? Is the AI here somewhere? I could show you where AI could be. Now I'm just showing some example. If I create a task in or a work package, I would be able to go in and apply a work package to my schedule. And I want to do it with AI. Maybe I have some templates, but I will also do it with AI and say, okay, create a wedding plan. Maybe this is not the best example if you are in IT department, because probably you're not building a wedding plans. The idea is, based on a prompt, the user can create a plan from scratch, working with an existing plan and add some more, and you can use AI for it.
Yeah.
Now AI could come with 2 flavors. In this case, I'm actually using OpenAI, where I ask data outside my company.
Yes.
It might be dangerous, it might be deploying company data outside. But this is what I'm doing now, because sometimes if my company does not know anything about weddings, it would be quite smart to ask someone that knows something about wedding. But I could also direct it to work on older project plans and give me the best proposal of a plan based on the last projects where we have success and where we mitigated
Yes.
Right. Now you see it actually built a wedding plan with a phase, venue selection, etc. And now I could, as a project manager, or just a man or wife, I could start replan my project. So AI is just right in the Gantt chart.
Yes.
The next question: what about status reporting, Jacob? Could AI support me in status reporting? Yes, because as a project manager, of course, as showed before, I could create a new status report. But in the future, you don't need to make any status reports, because the status report is always there.
Yeah.
Because Copilot is just running behind the scenes, evaluating your project. And what you're looking at right now is actually in the top. I can just open up the status and it's there. Because it just evaluates the data I have right in my project.
And of course you can tell it like how you want to present your data and where you want to present it and so on.
Yeah.
You can also, as per my understanding, now with new features, you can access straight away from Copilot as well.
Yeah. Let's take a great AI use case where I want to create a new project, and I want to use Copilot to create it.
Yes.
So let's go to the front page of the tool. We will just leave the project manager for a second. Until now, we have seen I'm a product manager working with Apex. We have seen me as a strategic officer building up strategy, breaking all the way down to the project. And we also looked at the project in itself with a timeline and a Gantt chart. Now, if I'm the one creating a new project, it will also be possible to create projects directly from use Copilot. Of course, I can use Copilot to the right. Just need to minimize here. So I can have Copilot running directly in my right pane. Copilot can also run in Microsoft Teams as an app, or I could run it on the front page, just like this. So I could say create, spell right, a new project. The idea about using Copilot for creating new project is that I can steer the user in the data that they need to provide me. So what is the name of the project? Webinar demo. Next question, what is the description? Great demo of xPM. Now, in my company, we decided this is a very, very bad description. I need something more. I need some metrics. For how long will the project be? Will it be for 2 weeks, etc.? So right now, Copilot is actually based on my design, stopping the user and say, that was not good enough. I will reject it. Please provide a better description. I even have a suggestion for you. Demonstrate the key feature of xPM by successfully completing 3 end-to-end workflows in a live environment within 2 weeks. Okay, I want to rephrase. Then I used to say, I just paste in Copilot's own suggestion because then it needs to approve itself, right? What is the budget? Okay, now I can enter in a budget. What is the benefit? I can enter in my benefit and all the necessary questions. What department, what product hierarchy, etc. And now it has been approved. We get all the right data. Now it asks me, should I create a project including risk management and stakeholder, AI generated, or should I just create the project? For the fun of it today, let's create AI-powered risks, AI-powered stakeholder. So the project is created. An email is sent to the portfolio officer that a new project has been created in your portfolio. That's where we can actually link in every project to different portfolios. I will link it to the tech portfolio. That was the maintenance, wrong. And again, it could also be Copilot asking what portfolio do you want to associate with 3 choices. Now, as you see on my left side, this is a new feature. Maybe some of you have not even seen it yet. Some AI Copilot capabilities, they are available for the US customer and some in Europe. We are a little behind in Europe due to GDPR compliance, EU laws, or what do I know. But one of the new features is actually that I have an agent feed to my left. The agent feed will tell me, what did I do for you overnight? So if I wake up Tuesday morning, I come in and log into my computer and AI has been doing some crazy stuff with my project overnight. I do not know. So what did it do? So the agent feed will actually tell me what did happen with my data, so that just have it as a feed in Microsoft Teams, right? It's just my colleague helping me. xPM agent is just a colleague that's helping me, and I can follow what it actually is doing. I can also say that it actually recommend me to reschedule one project because it has a start date which is before today's date, and there's no progress. So right in the agent feed of those 11 projects that I own, I can actually see it. But here, if I look at the risks, Copilot actually created risks for me already based on the description, based on start, based on money. If I don't like the assessment here, I can drag and drop the assessment of the risk. If I open up one of the risks that was created by AI, I will see even a mitigation proposal. Right?
And this is probably one of the really good use cases. It doesn't matter are you on portfolio program level, on which level you are. I know that one of the hardest part for the program or project manager is to actually come up with risks that are relevant to your project. You have you can of course have risks from template, but when you are working, especially when you are working with international projects, there might be risks that you can't even imagine there to be, and this is where AI can help you.
And if I open my Copilot to the right now, I actually see a lot of support that Copilot could help me. Add more risks, create a SWOT analysis for my project, review my schedule. Right now, there is no schedule, right? Because if I go to the timeline, the schedule is quite empty. So of course, I need to bring in, let me just use this template just to load some data to my schedule. So here we see that, let me just collapse everything here. This is webinar planning, execution, different tasks. I can replan it. Everyone is happy. Maybe I can put in some progress to my plan. This data is possible for AI to evaluate on. So as a project manager, I can get AI support for evaluating my project. So what I'm going to show you now is that on the front page of my project, with very, very little data, I actually have an AI schedule reviewer. So with a click of a button, I ask Copilot to review the schedule data based on the prompt. As an advanced project manager, look at my project, identify delays, and notify me what task I need to reschedule.
Yeah.
So it actually does it right, 4% of completeness, and my plan can now be rescheduled. In the plan where I do my resource plans, it's also possible to use AI directly in the plan. We saw the AI with the work packages. But another great thing is actually, as you see here, I have a button saying, based on this plan with a lot of tasks, please add roles and efforts. So this is an AI use case where I build a project schedule, but I do not know what kind of role I need. Do I need a developer? Do I need a hardware engineer, software engineer? So based on the role catalog in my company and based on the task descriptions, I let AI evaluate all the tasks, pinpoint roles, assign them to the task, and even based on the description, make a detailed project plan. It comes also and assign efforts to it, meaning that just in a second, I will see roles are assigned to the project schedule, and even the length and the work that needs to be added to the task can be AI powered.
Yeah.
So now we have it here. And for the sake of the demo, I used to say I work faster than IT, so I need to refresh my browser sometimes. Then I will have in my timeline the webinar demo. I just added AI-powered resources. Of course, I can see with the agent feed what it had been doing overnight. And now you see in the column here that the project manager, a software developer, a project manager, a business consultant has been added. So if I turn on my resource heat map, I created a project schedule based on a template. I used AI to assign roles and also effort. And now it tells me that the project manager department will probably be overbooked by doing this project. Just by using AI, creating the project, doing a project schedule based on the template, and then let AI add resources to it.
Yeah.
So one great example of how easy AI could support you.
Yeah, and got a lot of time from the beginning of the from when you are actually planning the project. Of course, it helps you on the way as well, but lots of times creating the plan is the hardest part.
Yeah, I think the last thing I'm going to show. You can always call for a demo. I can show AI for hours, right? Yes. But some of the new stuff around AI and Copilot right now is actually Microsoft are about to release what they call an MCP agent. So actually it's a Copilot server. And when I heard the word server, I was just thinking, okay, now I'm back to the 90s again. We have been cloud for so many years, right? And now we're introducing servers again. So I think it must be like a Microsoft marketing trick to do something. What this do to you is that as a user for xPM, you'll be able to have apps in Microsoft Teams. And in this case, I'm actually installed the xPM agent. And this agent knows everything about my xPM system. So I could ask any question to my data. So please show me detailed cost breakdown structure of AI Sentinel. That's one of my projects. Many of you have been working with Copilot for quite some time, and very often, maybe I just need to wake it up before. Let me just. We are like early morning in Copenhagen, so let's. Yeah. Let me just. ask it a question here. So with AI until now, AI have been relying on structure of data, and we need to train in data models. And if a project is called initiative, it say, hey, I don't know, understand what you are trying to tell me, because it was calling it basically stupid without we are training it. One of the great new stuff about the MCP agent technology is that I don't need to train data. So this is actually just asking all my data without training data. So it's actually training right now and try to understand. And sometimes it comes out and say, I don't understand what a cost breakdown, but I believe this is what you're meaning. Is that what you want to do? Yes. And then it's thinking again, and then it's actually learning live. And now I have an example here, right? This is the detailed breakdown of the AI Sentinel project. Do we want an extended including March and then visualize it as a stack bar? What I could do is I can simply just chat with my data and say, add a column being actuals, add a column being the forecast.
Yeah, and like you said, that this doesn't need to be trained. It can be straight, like you just show it like this is our data in Dataverse in xPM, and it understands the data straight away.
Yeah, show me top 10 risk for all my portfolios, right? The 10 biggest risk across all my, I think I have 8 portfolios or something in the tool, right? And then work with the data. And right now we are playing actually that. Then you can say, show me as a chart. Change the legends of the chart. Only use blue and gray colors. So as you know from Excel, Copilot, and PowerPoint, by the way, with Copilot, you could just work with it. Meaning that if I need to do an analytical report for management team, maybe I should not do it anymore. Maybe management team should just chat with data. Right?
Exactly.
So now it tell me these are all the risks from all my portfolio, different portfolios, the link to the portfolio, severity, probability.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that concludes the time I had for demo.
Yeah. We I know that you could talk a couple of hours about Copilot stuff, but let me just share my screen a little bit more. Here again. So no, is the screen sharing working for you? Yeah, should be. So like I said, well, okay, we were focusing heavily on AI stuff and from project view, from portfolio view, but like I said, like you can manage anything. It doesn't have to be projects. It can be different type of portfolios, programs, what you can manage with xPM. xPM works on Power Platform, which is great. It's Microsoft product, especially nowadays when we heard just last week, or a couple of weeks ago, that Project Online is retiring. So this is great tool to migrate into. You know, of course, if you haven't worked with portfolio management, project management, xPM is the best way to get into the game. We have other tools on Microsoft platform, but nothing comes to anywhere close to xPM with the capabilities it has. What we would like you to do after this demo is, of course, to join our next webinar where we are diving really deep into projects. Between this November 4th and today, we are also making releasing another demo about Project Online and its retirement. So it's on demand webinar. If you would like to know more about xPM, about Innofactor, here's a link for you guys to book a demo straight from us. Me and Jacob, we are really we like to do demos, especially Jacob. So that's it from us today. We have actually exceeded our time already. But thank you for joining this webinar, and we will make it available for you later on as a download or on demand. So thank you from Copenhagen, and have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.